Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Warriors, Episode 15, Force of a Tornado versus a Dark General. And the tripod broke. Whoops. Well, this is still taking place in Season 1 evidently, so I guess I don't need to worry about Season 2 spoilers, right? And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, Lost Name and Shark wouldn't shut the fuck up. Okay, that's ridiculous. Shark wouldn't shut the fuck up. Lost Name brought it up once on occasion. And I'm sick of the frickin' comments. Fastest way to get me to do something. Nag me a bit. Don't do that. I will bitch like I am now. But it's probably for the best anyway. It's probably had to get back to Dragon Wars at some points. Anyway, Digi's... Why did I say Digi? Well, it's technically true, but... Dookie is crossing over with everyone and their mother. And I know this because I asked my mother earlier and she said even she was in Dragon Warriors. That was a joke, although now Gigi's getting ideas and that terrifies me more than anything. What's the scariest thing I can imagine? Dookie with an idea. Doesn't even have to specify if it's a good or a bad idea. It's an idea. That's terrifying. Wondering what happened last season, Dookie lost the big bad. And now we're probably just going to deal with the cleanup of that. I guess we're dealing with Tornado UFO. Also, new theme song. Which I guess is like the last possible second I could have mentioned that.
Oh, that was a tough duel. Well, Luke finally decided to show up.
Man, even he's excited for Season 2. He's got it on his jacket.
Had a rough duel, didn't you? Well, I'm glad to see that you healed up.
So going over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing Dragon Warriors, Crimson Darkness, and the other one.
God. Yes, well, thank you for that one. But I do have a problem. What's wrong?
I'm drunk.
After my previous loss to Dookie, I started to realize something. After my previous loss to him, and after meeting you, I started to feel different. I felt more anger, more desire to kill more. I felt more negatively. I feel like now after my last duel with Dookie, I seriously feel how wrong everything I did up until this point was. Oh, well.
Great, he's growing conscious.
An example? Well, for example, the whole deal with killing Dookie. I don't actually want to kill the kid. Like, jeez. After I realize what I'm trying to do, I just feel horrible. Sure, I want to settle the score with him because, well, you know, he stripped me of my title as a champion of Rockwelltown, but nothing beyond that. I just want to beat him in a duel and settle the score. Nothing else. And the whole deal with stealing Boston's Void Ogre Dragon from him. I should have given it to Dookie when I lost to him my second time. But I didn't. And not to mention, Boston was right. This is not me. The stuff that I've done up until this point is just not me. I don't know what's wrong with
conscience, eh?
Ryan, I'm truly sorry for having to force you, Blood, Anthony, and this new guy Felix, and Roche. I'm sorry that I have to force all of you to do this. I honestly don't want to do this either, but
I have to.
I swear on my life that everything that we've done.
Dude, you've got like 6 Windows screensavers in the background. Is that Science and Magic smack?
I'm trying to do all of this for the correct cause. I'm serious. I'm doing all of this for a good thing. And when the time comes, you'll know what I'm doing this for. I at least hope that you're telling the truth. Well, with that settled, there is something that I want you and Anthony to do. Later I'll send you the coordinates to a place where you have to go. You see, there's a few cards that we need to pick up there. After we pick up those cards, we can start the ritual with all of the dual and signer dragons that we currently have in our possession. We don't need all of them, we just needed, well, a lot of them for the ritual to be commenced. So I'm going to heal up now, and in the meantime, I will send you the coordinates. Of course, you don't have to go today, but I suggest you to go like tomorrow or after tomorrow, you know, soon. I see. Very well then. We'll be on our way as soon as possible. Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to go and rest. I really hope that we're really doing all of this for the good cause.
It's for the greater good. The greater good. Stop that! Oh, Tuki's down, so who do we have left to rely on? The other 500 remaining characters.
Well, you did well.
Thank God for subtitles.
You and your minions collected enough to do and signer dragons for my plan to visualize.
It's always an evil figure with red eyes. Every
I
time.
wanted the plan to succeed, so I wasn't afraid to get my hands dirty.
Very well then.
Not to
However,
put the me in the top left.
Suki, you went so far that you released a hell of a lot negative energy. So much in fact that it affected the whole country.
Is this gonna be like in Hungry 7 original when he blew up Hungry, but the houses were fine?
It's literally snowing during summer, Jonathan.
Oh no, the houses were on fire, I should specify.
Well...
The people were great though.
My
That's
bad.
great, on. You got better.
Don't worry about it. I'll cover it up.
I'll just say that Russia invaded
And I
Ukraine.
have just
That won't have any
a
negative
means to
complications.
do
Or complications.
beg
Blech.
your pardon?
it. Watch and be amazed, Jonathan.
How do I do it, folks? How do I do it? I butchered the fuck out of that.
Well, who is this handsome
There's
fella?
a freaking penny bomb from behind your head.
Jonathan, allow me to introduce you to a member of my nether trio. Avenger.
Oh boy.
Master, it's been far too long. 2 full years without you make me feel uneasy.
Rise, my loyal Dark General. I had enough power to bring you into the mortal realm. And I didn't, do it for no reason, of course. I have a duty for you. You see,
I like the idea of this
want you to
dark,
get the
benevolent
coins
being
for all
like
of
a dude bro, like, I didn't know, you know.
Dukiri Koto.
That's the guy we've seen too much of. An evil demonic being just being like a dude bro.
Some who dared seal you within your own home?
Indeed.
Master, if I may, I will personally go and finish him off. His father and those pesky dragon warriors and number users had done enough damage to us. They already ended a reign of terror years ago, and
He's happened before.
I'm leaving the descendant of Rikoto for myself.
He's not even beaten.
As for you, I need you to watch over
Rikoto.
here where his and
That must mean
Jonathan's
Dookie's
are.
father.
So that's the source of all the negative energy that's creating cold weather during summer. And I don't want anybody to be sniffing around that area at all. Especially the force known as the Lancers.
Of course.
I understand, Master. But if I fail,
You know it's true evil when they're afraid of the cops being called on them.
punishment.
What are Lancers gonna do? Lose at you?
There will be no need for that. After all, it's been decades, maybe even a full century since you last dueled. And the game has evolved faster than we expected, so if you lose, that just means that you got rusty and that you need to improve.
Really makes you wonder why I revived you in the first place.
I'm going now.
He goes, the fuck is a ritual summon? Oh, we have a lot of work ahead of us.
Fine, leave me be. I need to regain my power now.
Maybe I shouldn't have wasted it. As Avenger is making his way to the dueling ground, someone Lancers have already... He started investigating the subject and attack, I guess. Nice shot.
I'm pretty sure this is the place based on what Detective Smith showed me in those damaged footage he found. I can't really see the scorched grounds he showed me on his...
That's because it snowed, you idiot. You can't see the scorched ground. Well, actually, you'd be able to see it better if it snowed. Oh, that place isn't covered in snow. It must be the place.
But also, this is where the headquarters track that output of the negative energy that is causing snow in this goddamn country.
Relax, you're just in Mississippi in summer. Or Minnesota in summer, I should say.
Yuki and this Jonathan guy. I'll make sure that he pays for what he did. What the? Who are you? Identify yourself.
Human has showed up here before.
Avenger.
Alright, Dark and Gruesome, answer my questions.
You have no authority over me, you mortal piece of shit. And now that you have entered these grounds, I will have to kill you.
What the hell? Did you just threaten me with death? Alright, buddy, that's it. You're coming with me.
Stay away, you rabbit.
Mind Crush! Doing the snow broke his fall.
What the hell?
You want to know something, human? Well, fine. I'll make you a deal. Accept my challenge. And if you
He's not human. You know that much given the fact that he's calling us human. I think it's probably some demon thing.
It's mine to take.
What kind of sick practical joke is this?
It's a deal, shall we say, or a bargain, more specifically. A bargain with the demons.
Yep, he's a demon.
Yes, I am a full-fledged demon. And if you want to know something...
In that case, ask me 3 questions. Let me ask you 3 questions and then do a thing I give you a mission.
Of course not that you have much choice anyway, considering the fact that these grounds are for me to guard from anybody who would enter them.
Not doing a very good job because I'm right here.
Lots of weird shit back in the day, but this has to be the weirdest yet. A demon?
So,
It's the Yu-Gi-Oh universe, dude. Get used to it.
Well,
especially considering the fact that we're talking about Lancers. Arc 5 happened. So you saw this giant dragon thing, Mufudger, and you're like, but this demon's unrealistic.
Me unless I try to defeat it at least. You know what, freak? I
Assuming it wasn't carded.
But trust me, you should not take me lightly because I'm going to blow you away like a tornado.
Oh, human. However, I'm afraid for you that my master was kind enough that while I was teleporting here, insert knowledge about you Lancers into my brain. I know how tricky you Lancers can be, which is why I'm going to teleport us somewhere else. So, in case you send some kind of signal after you lose and die, you will not find any connection between that and this place, since your body will be on a completely different place.
Sounds good to me. Means I'm not here anymore.
Wait a second. I know this place. This is where I was running a murder investigation with Armin. What did you do? Also, where's my jacket?
Well, the answer to your question is simple. You see, I don't have enough power to teleport us that far away, so I can really only teleport us somewhere in this country. And I was looking through your memory to see the furthest place possible, and I coincidentally found this place to be the furthest place you can think of in your head, which is why I teleported us here. And also, I removed your jacket for 2 reasons. First, because it's hot in this storage facility, so you don't really need it. And second, If I don't manage to beat you, I'll at least have knowledge that you might freeze to death. Outside, of course, in here it's hot.
Yeah, this town is pretty close to my house. I just don't like living the country too much. Which is why most of my work, is in this country. Well, regardless, I hope you're ready.
Spare me your backstory, human, and duel.
Fine. Game on, freak. Alright, I'll begin this duel. First, I'll activate the spell card, Cards of Consonants. With this, I get to discard one Dragon Knight monster with 1,000 or
Careful
less attack.
using a
That's
Blue
tutor
Eyes
monster.
card.
And then I get to draw 2 cards.
I'm sorry, but it occurred to me that you forgot to draw for your turn.
Sorry, buddy, but we're playing on the new set of rules. You see, as a Lancer, we Lancers must enforce the new rules 1 month before they actually get released to the general public. So with the new rules, there's no draw on the first turn of the duel, and also, as you can probably notice, we're not playing on 4,000, but on 8,000 life points.
Interesting.
Most countries that were playing on 4,000 life points, it was a test to see what people liked more. They were complaining about 4,000 life points because they said the games were shorter then.
Well, I'm glad I didn't witness.
Now, for my spell card, I'll discard from my hand my Dragonity Phalanx. Alright. I'm going to first normal summon my Dragonity Dark Spear.
It's good I use this as a tune keyer for one episode. I did not make this entire deck just to throw it away.
My Dragonity Legatus from my
I'm using this shit again.
I smell a secret summon coming.
What gave it away?
And
Oh, we got
Dark Spear in
pens.
order to synchro summon Dragonity Knight Trident. I will also set 1 card face down, ending my turn.
Nicely done.
First of all, by discarding a level 5 or higher dark monster, like my Infernity General, I get the special
Warrior
summon from
Digrapher.
my hand, my Dark Grapher.
Right.
Infernities. Not good.
Nope.
Yes, and that's not all. I activate Dark Grapher's effect. By discarding a dark monster from my hand to the graveyard, such as my Stygian Street Patrol, I get to send a dark monster from my deck to my graveyard.
It's gonna like 3 dark monsters in the graveyard immediately.
Such as my Infernity Avenger. Next, I'm going to set 1 card and activate the spell card. Push because I'm going to send a monster from my deck to the graveyard. And I'm going to send my Infernity Archfiend to the graveyard.
With all those monsters, I'm expecting a big secret summon coming. Not to mention he has 1 more card in his hand. If he uses it somehow, he gets rid of it in any shape or form, then that means he can go for a Sandless combo.
You're correct in both cases. Now, I'm going to activate the effect of Stygian Street Patrol by banishing it. Bring out from my hand I special one more than 2,000 or less attack points. So I'm going to bring out Infernity Necromancer, the offensive. And now my handless combo can begin. Since I have no cards in my hand, I get the special summon. I get to activate Necromancer's effect to special summon an Infernity from my graveyard, such as Infernity Archfiend. Now, Infernity Archfiend's effect activates. Since I have no cards in my hand, I get to search out Infernity spell or trap and add it to my hand. Such as this one. Infernity Launcher. And I'm going to activate. Now I get to activate Launcher's effect. By sending it to the graveyard, I get to bring out 2 Infernity monsters from my graveyard to the field. And since I only have 2 Infernities left, I'm going to bring out Infinity General and Infinity Avenger, the Tuner monster. Now, I'm going to do together Archfiend, Necromancer, and Avenger.
Synchro Shokan.
Using the power of these three monsters, I create a new life. And behold, as this new life turned into a dark creature who can see far beyond into the dark void. One gaze in the dark void is all it needs to allow it to gain unimaginable power. I synchro summon.
I was expecting Void Ogre with that many mentions of Void, but we've already had him used, so I guess it makes sense. I don't think he's going to consider this a sign or a dual dragon. It isn't either for the record. Still. Also, the technically 100 Eyes Dragon has gotten a freaking errata. All because of the freaking dash in his name. Don't want him being given Red Eyes support. He'd be far too broken.
Now, General and Bradford, attack him directly.
That'll hurt. Ooh. If it was by own rules, he would have lost right there.
Make your move, Coral.
My turn, I draw. I'll begin by activating the effect of the card I drew. Dragonity Ramus. By discarding him from my hand to the graveyard, I get to add Dragon Ravine from my deck to my hand. And now I'm going to activate Dragon Ravine from my hand. And now I use its effect. By discarding one card from my hand to the graveyard, I get to add from my deck to my hand one level 4 or lower Dragonity, or send one dragon type monster from my deck to my graveyard. I think I'm going to add to my hand my Dragonity Dox. And now, I'm going to normal summon Dragonity Dox. And I'll use its effect, equipping talents from my graveyard to him.
Ha! This goal is over, Philip. I activate the attack bar, famous chain. I need to target your Dox. And now, these effects are negated and he cannot attack anymore. I win.
Shame that won't work. I activate my trap card. Go! Trap Stun!
Nice.
Now for the rest of the turn, neither of us can use any trap cards. Because every time either one of us uses a trap card, the trap is instantly negated. So that means Dox's effect continues, equipping talents from my graveyard to him. Now I'm going to use the effect of Phalanx. Since he's in the spell and trap zone, I get to special summon him. Now, I'm going to do together Dox and Phalanx. And now, I'm going to synchro summon my Dragonity Knight, Vardriana. Now I'll use Vardriana's effect. Same as Dox, it will equip Phalanx to itself from my graveyard. And just like before, Phalanx will special summon himself. And now, finally, I'm going to choose Vardriana and Phalanx. Now, I'm going to synchro summon Scrap Dragon. Now, I'll use the effect of Scrap Dragon by destroying one card in my field, like my Dragon Ravine. I get to destroy one card in your field, such as your 100 Eyes Dragon!
How dare you!
Now, Scrap Dragon, attack his Dark
Look at
Greffer!
a nice comeback.
I activate the effect of my Avenger in the graveyard. Since a monster on my field was destroyed, while I have no cards in my hand, I get to special summon Avenger to my field. I'll special summon him in defense mode. However, his level now becomes the same as the level of the destroyed monster. Since Dark Greffer was level 4, now my Avenger is level 4.
Alright, I set one card face down. And then my turn.
My turn. I draw. Perfect. I almost summon Infernity Guardian. I have no cards in my hand. But that effect is not useful for me in this situation. However, he's also level 4 just like my Avenger. So I'm going to do together Avenger and my Guardian. Now, by synchronizing the power of these two monsters, I create a new life. And this new life shall turn into an infernal Harbinger of Doom, whose raw power will end my enemies with deadly precision. I synchro summon level 8 Infernity Doom Dragon!
Here you go. For a guy created by a guy who's doing Signer Dragons, this isn't a dual or Signer Dragons. And again, I guess you wouldn't want to give up that power.
On your side of the field, more specifically, and inflict damage equal to half of its original attack points. However, he cannot attack after I use this effect. Now I'll destroy a scrap dragon. Go, Damnation Tempest!
Pretty cool attack, man. Not gonna lie. Explosion of smoke. Doesn't make any sense, but it looks cool. That's at the end of the day what matters. General is in defense mode, but accident the card switches itself.
Now, Infernity General, attack him directly at any storm.
I wish I could use this on your dragon, but if I don't use
So
it now,
it's attack mode.
I activate
It's fine.
my trap card, Dimensional Prison. Now you're attacking.
You wish you could use on the
no,
dragon.
The
You should have.
monster is banished.
No.
Meaning you're not gonna be able to use the effect.
Why can't you just lie down and die, human? I end my
It's on
turn.
the Lancer.
All right, soul or nothing. I draw, and I got all. I normal summon Dragonity Legionnaire. And thanks to his special ability, just like Doxy can equip one dragon-type monster from my graveyard to himself. So I'll equip Dragonity Phalanx again. Although this time I'm not going for a synchro summon. Instead
Legionnaire's
I'm going
effect.
to use Legionnaire's effect. By sending one Dragonity card in the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, I get to destroy one face-up monster on your field, such as your Infernity Doom Dragon!
Nice.
That was one of my favorite cards. You won't bury you. Wow.
Now I wish I had a good follow-up after that, but unfortunately I don't.
You do have a good follow-up. It's called
the only thing
attack.
I can do is this. Legionnaire, attack him directly!
I can't believe that this human is actually putting up a fight against me.
That ends my turn.
My turn, I draw. I set one face.
Oops. I hate when I do that.
My turn, I draw. Not helping. Alright, Legionnaire, attack him again.
Should we be doing this the next few turns, are we?
That ends my turn.
My turn. I draw. I activate 5 monsters. I'll shuffle 5 monsters from my graveyard back to my deck or extra deck and draw 2 cards. Now I'll shuffle back. Infernity Doom Dragon.
Nice angles.
Dark Rapper. Infernity Archfiend. Infernity Guardian. And now I draw my 2 cards. Wow, perfect duo, I have to say. Alright. First, I discard my Infernity Conjurer from my hand to the graveyard, which allows me to bring out my Infernity Wildcat from my hand. Now Wildcat's effect will activate. Since I have no cards in my field while it's on my field, I get to banish one Infernity monster from my graveyard and then increase or decrease its level by 1.
So,
I'm going to banish my Avenger.
okay.
Now it's level 4, and it's a killer monster. Next, the effect of Conjurers on my graveyard activates. Since he was in my graveyard,
Conjures effects.
I get to special summon him. Now I hope you're ready for another synchro summon. I'm going to tune together my now level 4 Infinity Wildcat.
Conjure is vanished, yeah.
Now I'm going to synchro
7.
summon level 7 Samurai Destroyer.
Huh. Didn't see that coming. Weird monster, but to fit in the deck, but okay. Black Rose is taken, so you can just throw that in
My
there.
Legionnaire. And I'm now with 200
Oh,
life points
Jesus.
left. And this card in my hand is currently useless.
Make your last move, human. I end my turn.
Alright. This is my last turn. I have only one card in my hand that's not useful at all without proper cards to use it. Up on deck. I draw! Perfect! I activate
Richard Spell.
cards of consonants. In order to discard the card I just drew, which is my Dragonity Acolyte. And then I get to draw 2 new cards.
Through away 2 useless cards, get 2 more cards that could be useless.
This duo is absolutely perfect. I'm going to begin by normal summoning Dragonity Ducks to my field. So next I'm going to use Ducks' effect. Equip into him 1 Dragonity monster from my graveyard like Ducks. Although if you're expecting me to do what I was doing this whole time, you know, just resummon Ducks, Synchro Summon, resummon Paling, Synchro Summon, that's not what I'm going to do. Instead, I'm going to be using the effect from my graveyard. By banishing Dragonity Ducks as equipped with the Dragonity monster, I get the special summon this card that I discarded with Dragon Ravine earlier. I special summon my ace monster. Go Dragonity Arma Leviathan!
Oh, Leviathan. So you got a summon animation? Must have been when the new Dragonity cards are coming out and stuff like that, like in a commercial or something.
And thanks to his effect, I get to equip
Oh,
Paladins
Borocoat
to my graveyard to
Talker
him as
got a
well.
freaking summoning enchant. In the OCG,
Now,
because
since
it's
I
played by
control a
Revolver.
Dragonity monster on my field, I get to
For
special
clarify,
summon
this is a
Dragonity
mistake. He was
Ramus.
supposed
I
to
just
synchro
found
summon
out
with
earlier.
Leviathan and Phalanx first, then summon Ramus.
Now, I'm going to activate the effect of Palinx, allowing me to special summoning for my spell and
Was
trap.
doing it in the wrong order.
Now, I hope you're ready, because I'm going for a level 10 synchro. By synchronizing the power of these 2 monsters, I create a new life, and this new life shall turn into a mighty warrior who rides the winds of the ravine on the wings of one of the most mightiest of dragons. I synchro summon level 10 Dragonity Knight Escalon!
Look out for this thing. It's a real threat.
Now I use Escalon's effect by banishing from my graveyard 1 Dragonity monster, like Palinx. I get to banish 1 monster on your side of the field, so say goodbye to your Samurai Destroyer. And since he's being banished by a card effect and not destroyed, he will not be able to special summon himself.
No, when I faced on his needle ceiling, there's not enough monster to feel to activate it. No.
This is why Ramus was supposed to be after Escalon,
Now, my
not
monsters
before.
together, they have 4,300 attack points, which is just 200 away from beating you because you have 4,500 life points left. However, I still have 1 more card in my hand, my Dragonity Divine Lance. By equipping
800
this to
attack.
my Dragonity Knight Escalon, he gains attack points equal to his level times 100. And since
No,
he's
sorry,
level 10,
more.
he gains 1,000 attack points. Now, Dragonity Remus, you're first. Attack him directly.
No. How can I?
Was not expecting the Lancer to get the win.
Even more stronger opponents over the centuries.
These are just fall guys.
Lost your feeling like this. No. My first blow of the decades. I can't lose.
You're about
And
to.
one more thing before I end this duel. It's not human. It's not mortal. It's not worm. It's Tornado! Now Dragonity Knight Escalon! Attack him and end this duel! Draconian Storm Explosion!
runs tornadoes or anything? Probably. Like in a side deck or something.
I cannot believe this. Master was right.
The best part is, the Master talks about how we need to introduce with new mechanics, stuff like that. And then he faced another synchro player. What new mechanics?
Now, as we agreed, tell me whatever information you have.
Alright then, here's your information. As you already know, I am a demon. I come from hell. And I only
You are?
work for basically what you know as Satan. Though that's not his
My name is Satan!
His real name is Ultimaya Sulkin.
Oh shit.
Or Master Sulkin, as I call him. And I
So that's the guy with red eyes.
And
Zulkin was the final boss of the 5Ds manga. It's a great twist.
this will be all between the
It's a twist that only really works if you've seen the anime.
and, well,
I mean, it's not more of a twist, just more of like one of those you'd be like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming.
Enormous output of negative energy, specifically in this country, since this is where our master resides. And due to that amount of negative energy being released, it also started to influence weather around, which is why it started to be cold and started to snow during summer.
So our trackers weren't confused or anything. It really is an output of negative energy, and that's Zulkin. There is certainly a lot of information, but that's not enough information to explain what exactly is going on here. We had an agreement. Now spill the milk, buddy!
Oh, no, my dear fool. It seems like they never, taught you, never told you a story in school about Dante and his little trip to hell. Otherwise, you would probably hear that we demons tell half lie, half truth. You see, I did tell you that I'll give you some information. I never told you that I'll give you all information.
Fair.
Oh, that's hilarious. Showing you people who don't know jack shit about demons what we're all about. Now if you excuse me, I have to go. I have a lot of catching up to do. This loss was an error for today, because I am rusty. I haven't dueled properly against a human in decades. So, my experience clearly wasn't enough to beat you. So with that in mind, expect me to come back for your head next time. Goodbye, human. Have a nice trip home.
Thank you.
That two-faced bastard!
It's like I couldn't trust a
It's not
demon.
important anymore. At least he gave me some information to what the hell is going on. Oh boy, this is going to be one hell of a story to tell in the headquarters. First, I'm going to make a phone call with Declan and the rest of the Lancers. Tell them what information I have, and I'm gonna buy myself a jacket since I no longer have one because that bastard teleported away from me. And then I'm going to buy some bus tickets to get back home. Or maybe first I should get to Villa City to hospital. I heard Dookie got into the hospital somehow. I don't know who or what called the ambulance for him and his friends, but that doesn't matter.
Probably heard about Dookie due to all the tournaments going on that he's been winning.
But first, I report this to headquarters, buy a new jacket.
Now the battle will die down for a bit, so heroes will rest within the hospital walls and their enemies prepare for future plans. But with new allies, Dookie is fine. Lancers enter the conflict. The heroes appear to have the edge. No, they don't, because the heroes got their asses kicked and shoved out Zulkin. Here come the bloopas. Focus cold.
Got my lines. I saw a. Oh, I'm starting to get the brain freeze. That's nice.
Sure, right? Remember what happened back in episode 12 with the missing scene of Jonathan using Lion Darkness Strain's effect? It happened again. Oh no. Twice. No.
Bruh, I didn't even press record.
Been there, dude.
You're correct in both cases. First, I'll use the effect of my Stygian Street Patrol. By banishing it from my graveyard, I get to special summon one fiend-type monster from my hand. I get to special summon one monster from my hand with 2,000 or less attack points. So I'll bring back Infernity Necromancer in defense role with 0 attack points. And now I have no cards in my hand, which means my handless combo begins now. I'll begin by activating the effect of Necromancer. Since I have no cards in my hand, I get to bring out an Infernity from my graveyard, like my Infernity Archfiend. And now, since Archfiend was summoned, I get to activate its effect. Since I have no cards in my hand, I get to add one Infernity spell or trap from my deck to my hand. Such as... fuck.
Such as... Fuck, I got a text.
No, Scrap Dragon attacked our aggressor.
Or doorbell or something.
Fuck.
I was going to take all that stuff off.
No! Just lie down and die, human!
Sounds so whiny. Do it.
Let me do that again.
Do it.
If I could pick up that one.
Okay. Oh, I'm surprised they picked up the cardboard gloves on.
Sure, right? It's next to impossible. What card do I play now? There's so many choices. All of them equally bad. Oh, alright. There's my required viewing, so now I know. How does this affect my next few episodes? Like, I probably can't assume I know what's going on until I see it, because maybe, who knows, maybe the demon guy created more stuff going on, or more stuff. Or plot stuff involving Zulk and stuff like that. Or just, you know, the weather's crap. I don't see this as required viewing, then again, I also don't think that the Ruby trilogy were required viewing. So, you know. What does that have to do with Dragon Warriors? Everything and nothing. Whatever. Whatever. One down, so many to go. This is probably going to be the longest one. So many people think. And so few people who will read or watch. I'd probably get the 6 years or something like that later. Yeah, I'll do it at some point. Just not now. Later.